me again, Chris Mantilla from Baseball Times, and I'm here to now kind of give my view on how I think about the instant replay and kind of a lot of the sites and stuff that I use and I personally like to look at. First off, I love to go to the MLBTradeRumors.com. Now this site allows they just kind of bring everything together. Any rumor, anything out there, they have right there for you to look at. They get it from a ton of sources, from people's Twitters, from different blogs, and everything. Just anything baseball, trade rumor wise, it's gonna be there. And so I refresh that more than I refresh Facebook. That's a lot. So I love that site. I also love to use baseballreference.com. It's a great place to look at stats and to kind of really get a good assessment far beyond the basic stats that you already see. Like, for instance, with the hitter, you get the chance to see their home runs, their RBIs, their batting average, their on base percentage, etc., stolen bases, caught stealing, whatever. But going to Baseball Reference, it allows you to see, how are they against lefties, right-handed hitters? How is their fielding? What's their range? You get to see a lot more in-depth view of the amount of bats they had for different pitchers. What pitchers have they done good against? What pitchers haven't they done good against? What ballparks are they good at? What ballparks aren't they good at? And different things like that. You get a lot more in-depth feel for a player and who they are. And so that's one reason why I really love that site. And so those are the two main sites I use besides MLB.com for all my baseball information and stuff like that. Also, I use various blogs. Friends with Jamie Newberg on Facebook, and so I kind of read his blog and stuff, the Newberg Report, and it's just kind of a good way to look at some Ranger stuff. And you can always find blogs for your favorite teams and kind of read about them and what people are posting. And so that's what I love to look at. And now for instant replay, this past season was huge, especially when you talk about Galarraga. Galarraga should have had a perfect game. Everybody knows that. Jim Joyce knows that. So, that's the perfect opportune time that you really need replay. You really need to make sure that you get the call right. And both of those guys, they handled it like men. They handled it right, and I have much respect for Jim Joyce. And I still think, along with a lot of other people, that Jim Joyce is the best umpire of the game. Now, and, for him to have the guts to come out and say, hey, I screwed this up, that's great. But it's instances like that we need instant replay. The big time, things like that. I mean, there were times where, a ball would be almost a home run. You don't know if it's a home run. Did a fan reach in? Did a fan reach out? There are instances where, there are times where they will go look at a replay, but it's very rarely. There were times that I know that they should have this past season, and they never did. And so it really just they really need to get more instant replay. That's what I feel. Because it's not fair to a lot of people when they get a home run or they get this and that, and the umpire makes the wrong call. Now, when it comes to the strike zone and making pitches like that, I think having an instant replay for that is stupid. It shouldn't be done, because we're not trying to slow the game here. We don't want to do that. And umpires will call a good enough game, and as long as the pitchers and the hitters study that umpire and they figure out, okay, what the umpire's strike zone is going to be at the beginning of the game, then I think everything's going to be fine. As long as they have an understanding, as long as the umpire is consistent with his strike zone. And so instant replay, it needs to be instituted a lot more than what it is now, but in such a fashion that it doesn't slow the game down. You can have a guy up in a booth and a guy down on the field with an earpiece, and within just a few seconds know exactly whether the play was safe or out. Within just a few seconds, just like that, you can tell what the decision, whether the call was right or the call was wrong. And hopefully that will also prevent some of these managers running out there yelling, trying to make their case, etc. You may actually speed the game up a little bit at times depending on your manager. You know, Lou Piniella goes out there. Oh, yeah, never mind. But so I feel that instant replay should be instituted more, but not too much. You know, so hopefully by 2012 they will have that. They won't be instituting anything more in 2011, but hopefully by 2012 we'll have something worked out and it will be better for Major League Baseball. So a lot of people can't wait for that. I'm stoked for it. See what happens and see how instant replay in the future affects how games turn out and things like that. I think it'll make a profound effect and it'll be great for baseball. So we'll see how that pans out. Yeah, everybody, I'm gonna go now. I'll have more stuff coming up soon and more things baseball brought to you by the Baseball Times.